Last time on...
The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown.
His age!
Basically,
his gender!
Exist.
His gender! His gender! Not their gender! His gender!
Because he doesn't exist.
Bro! You gave him pronouns!
Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody.
As long as they're male.
Though I'm not jealous of that at all.
Without further ado, I give you...
Hello.
Welcome to Newbie Weds. How you guys doing? We're in the trial.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what happened last time?
No. Wait, no. Yes, no.
We had an argument about why was his mouth covered.
Okay.
And everyone's like, so you don't hear him scream, blah blah blah. And then everyone is like, well, no. If they was torturing him, they would have been torturing him for answers about where the bombs are, which I didn't even think about because I'm like, no, I think they're just torturing Nagito because he's a prick and deserves it. But apparently the logic is we're torturing him to find out where the bombs are, which I wasn't even thinking about that. I just didn't like the prick. So why would they cover his mouth? They wanted him to speak. Tell them the bomb location.
Yes.
So why would they cover, was covered with duct tape so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. So that's where we got to last time. And if you've made it this far into the video, which is like probably a minute in now, and you're still here, you should probably subscribe. Because chances are you found us through a short and then this video got through onto your freaking front page, whatever YouTube has. You know what I mean? The recommended page.
Yes.
I was going to say For You page, but that's the other place. That's your domain. If you still have to write, then you should probably subscribe. Apparently asking people to subscribe does work.
Also, if you like mushrooms, oh my god, hi, same. I just thought I would throw that bit in there.
Yeah, you just like
tortured for
the ADHD and stuff kicked in.
His mouth like that.
Yes.
I'm prepared.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Prepare for
I'm prepared.
and make it double.
I'm prepared to be an
It's a
asshole.
trap.
Why can't I move this? What's this? I was gonna move this whole thing, but it's...
Maybe the 10-pound weight.
Maybe. It feels like there's some kind of weight on this. Why is...
It's a trap.
No. Something's happening.
Seriously, it's a trap.
No, no, I was on about the other version of OBS that was trying to open on top of OBS being open for some reason. That just stopped everything, so hopefully that hasn't bugged anything up. Just realized it's a trap, okay.
Trap?
It's a trap!
Stupid Hajime! You got caught in that trap!
You just call me stupid, Hajime! Stupid, Hajime, you're stupid! This is the sword thing. Okay. Torture wound, burned ropes, I can't read! All the things!
We know you can't read.
I know that!
Like
but I
you
mean...
said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap! He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down!
And now I've got to click, so that means...
Oh my god.
Right, so again, I need you to talk during these bits because I cannot do it. Because this is the bit where I'm
Focusing
concentrating.
on what the hell was in my noodles. It
Pay
was
attention!
weird.
Food.
This is how it went down.
The food is made out of food! The food is made out of
Thanks,
food!
Didn't recognize.
Then, after they killed him...
After they killed him.
I was overcome.
He's gone back to the original topic.
You
I
said
don't understand what I meant to
Nagito's mouth was
slash
taped
one of
shut.
those
You
with, though.
obviously assumed he couldn't talk, but that was the
knife?
trap. He
I
wanted to
know,
hide the
I'm just
fact
on
that
about
he got
which
interrogated.
word to slash it with.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Okay.
how is he
I don't
supposed
get
to
it.
answer
No.
anything?
You know the whole saying about...
Pay attention! This is how it went first.
What is that saying that's sticks and stones can break my
Yeah.
bones, but words will never hurt me? Well, I beg to differ.
Yes, because the words in this game are made out of bullets and swords. So, yeah, they're going to do a bit of damage. I'm really confused about where we're going with this. Like, tortured him.
You tortured him with an MP3 player.
But that, I assume, to cover up... I don't know.
Cover up all the sounds. All the sexy sounds?
No, I don't think that's what was happening. I think murder was happening.
Well, You don't know.
And
Somebody
got
really,
information
really
about
could
the
have
bomb's
pissed
location.
them off. I mean, he could have really, really pissed somebody off.
Information about the bomb's location is the first one.
Crap!
With this, think of
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Fuck's sake!
Idiot.
The duct tape has
Pay
clearly like he was
attention. This is
struggling
how it went.
though.
First, the killer tortured
Like,
Nagito and got
yeah.
information about the bomb's. Then,
Got it.
after they killed him,
Because
Allow me to
yeah,
cut
the
through
point
those
of
words.
is what you're saying duct tape on the duct tape description. It mentions how it's been sucked in.
No.
Oh.
There's
And
no doubt
what
Nagito's mouth was
Kazuichi is
covered with
saying
duct tape before he was
is that
begun.
he's saying after they put the duct tape on to make it look like he wasn't interrogated and gave information if we put the duct tape on after, but clearly the duct tape was put on during because it's inhaled
Yes.
and it was signs of the struggling.
what did you say?
What did he say?
What did he say?
Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
No.
We don't need to play a game. It's
I
clear
win?
the duct
'Cause
tape
I'm
was
the
on
only
his mouth
game.
before the torture even began.
Yes.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
Yes.
Yes, actually, I have her
I
underwear.
was about to say.
I have her underwear, and he's going like, what? No way.
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right?
Are you just
The
stupid?
blood on
Oh,
Nagito's
pretend to be
face
stupid.
wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
Oh, okay. There's also that. I
blood
just
on his
assumed it
face
because it
came
was
from his arm
inhaled,
wounds.
so it clearly shows that he was alive. You know what I mean? Because if he was dead, it wouldn't have been sucked in. Unless he's a zombie.
Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
Yeah, that.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth.
Because he'd been sucking it in. Because
he must have
breathing.
been struggling to open his mouth under the
Yeah,
duct
that
tape.
one. Yeah, I don't think exactly.
Perhaps the duct tape was
Exactly
loose
like
so
that.
he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's
Probably.
like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
Even if he was a
They
prick.
probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Yeah, and who here in this courtroom didn't like Nagito?
Wasn't it all of them?
Yes, that's the point. No one here likes the prick because he's a bit
Then,
cuckoo
are
crazy
you saying the killer
dickhead.
was trying to make him suffer?
I mean, he kind of deserves it.
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Akane saying that when one of her sprites is her with like elonged fingers
Psycho killer.
with like fangs and shit. And she's like, yeah, one of them goes psycho. And then one of her sprites is like,
Killer.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The one which is
No,
all
they
angry
didn't just
werewolf
go
shit
crazy.
going on.
Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have
Which
taken
means
the
I'm
time
great.
to set fire
I'm
to
so
the crime
great at
scene and
this.
destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Yeah, since
Can't
when has
think
fire
of
been
any
used to
other
destroy
reason.
evidence?
But who
I mean-
could have done that?
I mean,
When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
yeah.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started
Yeah.
burning from the
Oh, I
very
see.
back.
Because she opened the door and it knocked all over the Monokumas that was in the line. That knocked over a lighter. That knocked it into Summit. That set the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like clearly it was set up
It
for
is
a chain of
possible to
dominoes
think
to
that
happen
nobody
very
here
literally.
set the fire.
Oh, it's
But
very.
here set the fire.
I mean,
Killer
yes, it
isn't one of
is.
us. But
Very
that's
clear
not
that
the
someone
case,
here
huh?
could have
I mean,
set up that
with
chain of
the-
dominoes, closed the door. You know what I mean? Gone. Okay,
Even
that's
if
set
it
up.
was only a
So whoever
coincidence,
comes in here is going to knock
time
over that
was
and it's
just
going to
too
make the fire, and I'm going to be with them. Because that's logic.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Really?
Some
Guys, come on.
setup? Like what?
Like,
Oh, Akane, come
it's
on.
incredibly
I-
obvious. Like, the
I did not
Monokumas
know that,
are incredibly
but
obvious.
that
I do
has
not.
been the pattern
No one
before.
here knows. It's that even though we all said, hey, look, those Monokumas are oddly lined up leading up to that
You
lighter.
have such an
That's very
amazingly
specific,
high
guys.
intellect.
Oh, God.
Jesus, shut
Alrighty
the
then.
fuck up,
Let's
man.
think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
I mean,
Miss Sonia.
Right
it
it
will-
is.
Okay.
Sonia, you're not happening. You're not happening. You're not helping.
You're not happening. No, she's not happening.
The reason for the fire, they're right. We need to clean that up. It's very obvious. So it's either going to be the lighter or the Monokuma panels. So it's one of these, right? Right? In the panel, like that's it.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Yes.
Crap!
The direct cause of the fire was
Yeah.
the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
No.
Okay. What are your other options?
Well, there's anything that could have started the fire other than that.
Crap!
But it's clearly the Monokuma panels.
The direct
Or
cause
the
of the
oil
fire
lighter.
was
Burned rope.
the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
This is ridiculous. Like,
Crap!
maybe I need to just let it play out a bit more.
The direct cause of the fire was
Because, like, it's clearly that.
the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
Crap!
I mean, the panels. That clearly how they did
The
it.
direct cause of the fire was
The oil lighter found
Yeah,
at the
yeah, I
Killer
know.
used some
Right.
kind of he lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
some kind
Oh,
of
is it
setup?
the rope is the fuse?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
No?
Crap!
The fucking rope is, but like, all these things are obvious!
The oil lighter
So
found at
let
the
it
crime
be the
scene,
obvious
right?
thing. This game has been full of
The
obvious
killer
shit.
used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way,
Why did she have star eyes for
he
that?
could have ignited the curtain.
Yes.
Some way?
Away.
Maybe they used invisible thread.
Wouldn't that
Should
be
have been
the
a way to
rope?
tip it over with sound waves.
Sound waves.
Perhaps opening the door caused.
Opening the door. Yeah, it caused the panels. I am so confused.
The direct cause of the fire was
Oh, that's
the
plushie.
oil lighter found at the crime scene,
I shot
right?
it with plushie, not panels.
Oh, God.
He lit the
Because
curtain
it
on fire.
says P at the start, so my brain
Based on the
shortcuts.
shape, it can stand upright.
If they tipped over the he could have ignited.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
That's
should've
all
been
it
waiting
is.
for
Perhaps opening the door caused.
I literally shot it with plushie before because I read Monokuma P. Then my brain stopped. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My brain
Also agree that
shortcuts the
opening
ending of
door is what
words.
started the fire.
If it knows it, or thinks it knows.
I think if it knows, it thinks it knows.
Yeah, it's that one. Oh, okay.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure.
No.
A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No,
No,
not wind
no.
pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
You know, the ones that were suspiciously set up in a domino chain.
A huge
That's very
number of
obvious.
tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying
Yeah,
on
like
top of each other in
clearly.
a single line.
I mean, they look like they were scattered everywhere, apart from the ones that was in a very straight line.
Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Like, it's so obvious.
Does that mean
Like,
anything?
this is the final trial.
The killer probably arranged
What
those
does that
Monokuma
mean? I mean,
panels
it's
to create
clearly
the
it was a
domino
like it's so obvious.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles
Yes,
kids play with
I
by
mean like
lining them up
a
and
domino
tipping them
effect.
over?
You mean like dominoes? Yes.
You mean like the cereal boxes that I
In
saw on
place
that
of
one
those
TikTok?
tiles,
You mean
the
like
killer
Throughout
used the
the whole school?
Monokuma
the
panels.
pizza boxes? Dominoes? Guys, really? Man, I love pizzas. Really?
So
Speaking
when
of
we
dominoes-
opened
Do
the
we
warehouse
really
door,
need a
the first panel
diagram?
toppled into
Did I
the
mention that
second.
we have a Domino's here now?
Do we?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
apparently.
I love the drunken Nagito just splayed out. By the
Actually,
way,
you know, I'm gonna be honest with
And
you.
from
Sometimes
there,
diagrams
they felt like
help.
dominoes until they
Really?
reached the lighter at the end.
Yes.
but to explain the panels, like,
Well, I
come
mean,
on.
just to give you a better idea of things.
But
Yes.
wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
Yes. So why did none of you notice? You idiots.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Apart from the massive amount of bright white light shining in and the fire.
So the reason the warehouse was
So
dark,
obviously we would see. Are
domino
you
effect.
dumb?
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Is there? To hide the dot. What did they do? I don't know. Bro, I don't... Is it... Oh, it was the MP3 to cover noise?
I see.
Is it? Is that what it was there for? Is that
You're
what...
talking about the MP3 player,
Okay.
right?
It's the one that was playing Linkin Park the entire time.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse
my
masked the
skin.
sound of the falling
Oh, it was a
panels.
hymn.
These wounds.
The hymn of our people.
They will not heal.
Yeah, the inside of the warehouse felt even darker because the eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. The bright sunlight was so bright. Within that darkness, a huge hymnal bled throughout the warehouse at full volume. Yeah.
Oh, I have lines?
At
Okay,
least you have
look at
lines.
that. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap?
Crawling in my skin.
No, I'm not talking about the music.
As if on cue, it suddenly it started. It suddenly started. Fire.
I hear something.
So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Panels falling.
Yes.
But those sounds
We
weren't
just thought it was the
only
drum and
strange
bass.
thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Yeah, and we kicked open the door.
It's fine. I'll open it slowly.
No, that's not the problem.
Seriously, it'll be
And
fine.
then it wasn't fine. Those words kind of brushed off everyone's warnings. Slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Like that.
Huh? It's not opening.
Honey, you're too far away.
Oh, am I?
You're dropping
I'm
out of the
sorry.
end, yeah.
I'm sorry. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. Better.
I know. It is. It's because you're so far away to the end. I could see the bitty bit of the microphone. It was dropping out on your words. Was picking it up.
Oh, yeah.
You know? It's a tap. It's a tappy tap. Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. You know, what happened to open it slowly?
Kind of ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Bam.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Wow! She finally realizes
Yeah.
that that's how it started. It's like, yes, isn't it weird how these panels fell over as soon as we opened the door? Could we have knocked a panel over and started this chain effect that the killer had set up? No?
And when we opened the door, the domino effect
Yes,
started,
oh my-
and the falling panels eventually reached
It's
the lighter.
weird how long it takes for them to put together
Yeah,
things, you know what I mean?
and
Because of the
that's how
nature,
the
I guess
warehouse
because of
caught
the
on
nature of being a
fire.
visual novel and they have to go
Please,
between each
yeah,
character.
that's
So
how it
it just feels really odd when I'm like, wow, the thing, like, yes.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door,
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
but the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem.
Is it?
I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Okay, I'm not getting it.
Nobody could go through that.
If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. So the Prodigy's problem is we couldn't take any merchandise. They
The
could
killer
have.
could not have left.
I see.
I don't get it. But we was
Yeah,
all
because they
outside.
wouldn't have been able to
Panel
go
was so
through
close
the door.
to the door that it could barely be
They
opened.
would have, if they would have tried to
How?
prop up the thing against the
How?
door.
Just
How would they have been able to leave?
like you prop it up against it with your arm around the side, and you close your door, the arm basically around the door. You prop the panel up, and then you slide your arm out, just your arm, and then you pull the door in,
Oh yeah, but
and then the panel will be leaning against the door.
Oh.
Just,
The killer
obvious.
inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
I mean, yeah, just do what I just said.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
No, because we was
We
all
were all
outside.
outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now,
Secret tunnel.
I believe some kind of setup was used.
Okay, secret
You
tunnel.
don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Nagito?
Huh?
You don't mean.
But if that's true, this murder.
Is a
Hajime?
slew.
What do you
Assad.
mean?
Oh, you think? Wait, are you telling me that the killer was still inside because the killer was Nagito? Is that what you're telling me? The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse is only one person who could have done that. Is that genuinely? I don't know how this is like the first time I've had one of these panel. The first time I've had one, yeah. The first time we've had one of these panel things where I've actually kind of worked it out a little.
Yeah.
It was Nagito.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
You can be the victim of your own murder. You can be the killer of your own murderer. Murder. I words.
No.
I mean word good.
Huh?
Not just the victim. What does that
What do you
mean?
think it means? Come on, my
He
dude.
was the victim.
We
And
literally
he
had
was
a
the
whole depth
perpetrator,
about this
too.
kind of topic when Ibuki died.
Yeah.
So why are you acting like you've never heard of this concept?
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
Why? It's entirely
His body
possible.
was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
I mean,
He could have done that himself.
they could be self-harm.
Although that's terrifying.
Are you
Because there's
saying
so
those
many stab wounds.
were
Yeah,
all
but
self-inflicted?
I mean, I've seen some very bad self-inflicted wounds. Because, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's horror stories of some self-inflicted. People can be really horrible to themselves when they get in their own head. Their own head gets in them. You know what I
Nagito
mean?
might do something like that, don't you think?
Yes, he
That's
was
not
crazy.
the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito,
I mean-
it'd be impossible for him to
Was
tie
it
up
one
his
of
own
the
arms and
things
legs.
loose?
It was burned off.
But was
Yeah,
it?
you're
Yeah,
right.
like it was burned off here. So like
I
he had
know,
full.
but I'm just saying, but was it actually, or was that?
I mean, if he had the lighter, because he's the one that set up the lighter, then yeah, he probably just burned the rope so it looked like it was burned off in the fire. So he had free reign of one arm at least.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It
Yeah.
seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Well, he did his legs
Wouldn't
first,
be hard.
Need to discuss?
then he tied up his right
That's
arm,
not
and then
necessary
faked
at
the
In all
burn off.
honesty, he
No
could have
matter
done
how
all
much you
of
think
them.
about
He
it,
could
Yeah.
have
it's
done
clearly
tied
impossible.
up all of his limbs.
That's what I mean, because the right limb was free as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like I said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Yeah, he had a hand free. Right? Burned rope is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be, he had one arm free to do everything. Tie up his legs.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
No, it isn't.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be
He didn't tie
impossible.
both arms.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Quiet, huh?
Crap!
I don't get it.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
I'm
Couldn't
confused.
do much with the...
It'd be impossible if you...
How about if you use your teeth?
What?
Or if you use your front tail?
What?
Your front
Wait,
tail.
what?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
She's making a penis joke! Alright, should have tied himself up too, but I'm so
to actually
confused.
tie up your own arms and legs.
Enough?
That's obviously impossible.
I don't know.
Tying just the legs
Just don't
is one
forget there
thing,
was that
but
blood that was on the
tying both
wrapper,
arms would be
too.
impossible.
Yeah, which I'm assuming was the spit.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by...
How about if you use your teeth?
I don't understand. I don't understand. You understand?
No, I don't.
You want to keep clicking?
Aside from me thinking about Robbie cells on great teeth.
Crap!
No.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Right kick.
Tying just
How
the
do I
legs is one
slice
thing,
through
but
these things?
Huh?
tying
You
both
shoot
arms would be
them.
impossible.
I don't know how to shoot them.
With the left click,
couldn't do
like
much
any
with the free
video
arm.
game in existence.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Again, I don't get
How
this
about if
tie
you use
yourself
your
up, use your teeth.
Or if you use your front tail.
Like, I don't know.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Is that a dirty joke?
I swear it should be like burned rope.
To
Right.
actually tie up your own arms and
Is
legs.
it literally the first one?
No, that's
Whoa.
wrong.
Because tie up arm and legs, burned rope, you only tied up the other. Like, that's. But then they
Hold
go
on
on
a
to
sec.
say, oh, if
Isn't
you
that
can only do
Prince
so much
Law?
with the free arms later on in that, so that's confusing.
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
That's the main bit, both, I guess. I don't
The rope
know.
on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, You can't say he was tied up.
Yeah.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
How? It's a trap. Right sleeve? The knife in his right hand? I don't know.
I see.
I don't know what any of those mean.
Take a close look at his right sleeve.
That's the only one that seemed logical.
Even though the rope was burnt up, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Would
Oh,
you
I
agree?
see. Okay. Yeah, so if the rope got burned at that close, then there should be some other signs of it on him.
A burn like this,
Right.
no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance.
But
it
yeah,
would
so he
look
had
like
the
it was
lighter and just
burned in
burned the
fire.
rope off to make it look like that. So
And Nagito's
some
right
idiot
arm
would
wasn't
fall for
tied
it
up,
for
right?
you, Hiko.
He was able to move it freely, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Excuse you.
You should
What?
not
Did
give
she
it away
say
for free. Make sure they pay you first.
What? What?
Wait, what?
Sonia, please don't tell me
That's
that.
definitely wrong.
What?
Like all the boys are just like, why are the girls all horny?
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me,
Wait,
right?
what,
A Benjamin.
What is happening?
What's a Benjamin?
100.
Huh?
100.
What the fuck
honey.
does Benjamin have to do with 100?
Because he's on the honeys.
Who's on the honeys?
Benjamin Franklin?
Never met him.
Oh my god.
Honey, I'm not from here.
I know.
Is
it's
it something to
okay.
do with your dollary dues?
Yes.
That's not what I meant. I'm
Okay.
talking about
Well,
Nagito.
why ain't you got the queen on him? Who the fuck is Ben? The only Ben that should be on money is Big fucking Ben.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
Yeah, probably after though.
Impossible to
I
stab
mean, he could
a
just
knife
he
with
could
your
he could
right
just like
hand
tossed
with
it in
your
the air,
right
then
hand.
put his hand back on the floor
That much is obvious.
and let it go through, right? He could have done trick shot.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Wait, did I give her money? Oh, she tried to charge me. Now she wants the money back. Wait, I'm so confused. Do we even?
There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
Okay,
Something
God.
lame. I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Seriously, why you guys want my money? Way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. There's definitely, yeah, throwing it in the air and going YOLO like a bottle flip, but with a knife that goes through your hand. Okay, pal. Is it the plushie? Because there's a hole in the plushie?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Like, did he set it?
how could he stab his right hand
Did
with his right
he?
hand?
Oh my
If he
god,
threw
it's
the
gonna
knife
be the
into the
JoJo
air.
lighter thing.
And let
Like,
the knife
quick.
fall.
Could he stab his hand that way?
I think I got it.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
It's like the lighter in the bread,
Maybe
but it's a
he
knife and a
propped the
plushie.
knife somehow?
That's why there's a hole in the plushie. He propped the knife on the plushie, like in the plushie, like a lighter and bread, and then
Yeah.
slammed his hand down onto it, which,
He
oh,
must have used
painful.
that to prop the knife.
Like having to slam your hand down onto a sharp object for it to go through.
Okay, that's enough.
So no wonder he had tape on his
Enough
mouth.
details. Thank you very much.
You're a nurse. You've seen worse.
Makes sense. That's
You've
why
seen
there was a
rooms
big
full
hole
of
in the
shit.
plushie's stomach.
I mean, not wrong.
And that was just with kids. No, never mind. Go to your work. Yeah.
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it
Yeah.
up. Then he slammed
Yeah.
his hand onto it.
I was right.
If that's it, he had to place the plushie
The
near
fact
him.
that my brain
And
went,
it also
it's the
explains the
bread and the
mysterious
lighter
war
from
on the plushie.
JoJo. It's a JoJo reference, guys. Clearly, I know it's not, but I love it. That's the loop, the whole that's the path that my brain took.
So the blood on the
with
plushie
this.
came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
Yeah, turns out you bleed when you stab yourself.
I see. So that's the trick.
Yep.
For a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
No.
Bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
Wait, what?
After stabbing his hand,
Is that a
he no
reference
longer
I'm
needed the
missing?
plushie.
Seems
He
like
cast
it.
it off toward the fire's origin point.
Probably
Okay.
thought the fire
You
would
good?
incinerate it
You
and
checking the
destroy
time of the
evidence.
episode or something?
I was checking the time. I'm trying to.
4:11. What?
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
You
I
shut the
get what
fuck
you're
up.
saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
What's the huge problem? Is it my penis? No. You think it's my
No,
penis?
it's not.
Wow.
It's definitely not.
Thanks, honey.
Why would that be a huge problem?
I don't know.
Why would it be a problem?
Just emphasis on.
Why would it be a problem?
I don't know. Penis. People don't want penis. The stocks in penises have dropped
They
over the
want
years.
Bob and Vagine.
They want Bob and Fitchy. Jesus Christ. We need to wrap this episode up. And it's not just because we're getting delirious.
No, I'm getting sleepy.
I
I think this heat's doing it.
Well, turn the heater off then. You want to say thank you?
Oh, yeah. Timothy. Tanky.
Thank you for being an ultimate fan. Thank you for being a member of this channel and supporting us as always. And you too can do that. And you will get to see next week's episodes early, like a week early. Like as soon as I've done editing and uploaded them to the channel, you'll be able to see them. I think it's great. And it's only a couple of dollary dues, basically.
Fantastic. Bombastic.
Yeah, that one. But anyway, we'll see you guys. If you remember, we'll see you guys straight away on the next episode because that'll be up at the same time as this one. If not, we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Boy. This is how long? This trial's gonna go on for like a couple more weeks, I think.
boy.
Jesus Christ.